was the wildest sleep I've had in a long time. I all of a sudden opened my eyes and it was bright outside, like I had been just dead asleep, and all of a sudden it was like hours had gone by. And while I was sleeping, we pretty much have arrived at the BVI. So let's go take a look and see here. We're like 2 miles away.
Land ho!
Well, first of all,
More than land ho.
Wendy's brother David is not liking life at all.
But he's okay.
I survived.
What do you say that there's?
There's land! There's land!
Yeah, no,
These are the British Virgin Islands.
Beautiful overnight sail.
Did you get hit by any squalls?
Yes, two of us got hit by a squall.
Oh no, not. Actually, it went by.
Okay.
But it came by pretty close.
Oh, you had another one?
No, I'm just remarking that I think I made the entire passage dry. I don't think I got wet this time. Very happy. So this is our first overnight with the new sails from Elvstrom, and the reflective tape on them makes it so easy to see the sail shape. It's really quite awesome. Sails are beautiful, really, really clean, and just had a great night sailing.
Over here we're looking at Peter Island, south side of Peter Island. We're coming in passage between Peter Island and Norman Island. Made some adjustments, put my waypoint a little further away from this rock outcropping. It was safe, but probably a little too close. It wasn't comfortable how close it was. So I'm curious what's going to happen to the wind once we get into the passage. We may get almost nothing. So we'll have to see. Up there.
Taking down the quarantine flag. We're here.
So we got ourselves
We're in the BVI. Got all the paperwork done.
Officially cleared in. We got our BVI courtesy flag up. Well, we're getting ready to leave Soper's Hole, and this is the view of Soper's Hole. The name would imply that this is some sort of a hurricane hole, but In reality, it's a terrible place to hurricane. Even in normal days, it's extremely gusty in here, and you know, it's great place to visit. I just will probably leave my boat here during a big storm. But yeah, so down there's a Pusser's and a Omar's restaurant, which is a kind of an Indian food restaurant, and we like it here. We cleared in here. We've taken to clearing in here. Trick with clearing in here is to make sure that you're not clearing in when there's a ferry unloading, because then you'll have 75 people standing around all waiting to get the attention of the staff. So you just don't want to do that. But we got so sick and tired of Road Town. I just won't go back to Road Town anymore, because they're so difficult to deal with there. We got charged the $45 harbor tax for coming in, having the audacity to come in our dinghy and clear in. And the guy flagged me down and started yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs as I was leaving, and I came back and he says, "You have to pay the harbor tax, you have to pay the harbor tax." He's the same guy who when I parked my dinghy on the side of the ferry dock a couple of years ago, I asked somebody, a staff member sitting in a chair, if it was okay. The guy said it was okay, and then 15 minutes later this guy comes along and says he's going to charge me $500 fee for parking my dinghy against the rules. And I asked one of your guys. He said it was fine. He goes, "Well, the signs say that you can't park here." And I said, "What signs? There's no signs there." He goes, "Well, they fell off, but we have them. They're around someplace. But the rule is that you're not allowed to park here." I said, "Okay, well, I'll move, but I'm not paying $500. He says, "I have to talk to my boss." And I said, "Okay, fine, talk to the boss." So he talks to the boss, and he says the boss says it's okay to let it go this one time. And I said, "I'm not going back." These guys are the gatekeepers to fun, by the way. They're not representative of the island generally. It's just government. It's the way government is. It's an attractive nuisance for people who view the world that way, and they really don't care if the merchants make money or not, or survive. It's all about whether they get paid, and you know, you see that worldwide. Anyway, so we're getting ready to head up to Nanny Key. We have some things to do. We desperately need water, and I want to do an inspection of our furler, make sure everything's all shipshape there, and yeah, so here it goes. We're gonna take off. I think it's supposed to be. It's not bending down in here.
Okay.
I'm inclined to kind of let it go.
Okay. We got a couple of wrinkles in the sail, so we got to make sure we roll.
I think it's could maybe use a little. I think I could use a little bit more halyard tension.
Yeah. You want to try doing that right now? No, I don't see any movement. Nope, nothing's going on. Nothing moved. Do you want to go up the mast or? No, I don't really want to go up the mast. Does anybody want to go up the mast? No.
Transition at the track.
Yeah. Can you see? It looks pretty smooth.
We have a little bit of odd weather pattern today. We've got southerlies, BBIs, that's unusual. So we're motoring over to Norman Island from Nanny Key. Normally it would be a nice sail, but not today. We're kind of hard on the wind, and we're almost to the Indians. So David and Wendy are going to do some snorkeling, and we'll pick up a ball there. We are the Indians. It's one of the kind of premier snorkeling spots on the island. In with all the cats today. There's usually a few balls over in here, and I don't see them. I don't know if they've all been installed yet.
Oh, having a blast. Looking forward to snorkeling here. Water looks amazing right now.
It's absolutely beautiful. Shut got off on the first try, and so all's well there. How was the snorkeling?
Oh, it was really nice. We swam out and around the Indians and back in, and it's just really gorgeous. Saw lots of cool fish. So good sized barracuda just hanging out. It was fun.
Oh, good. It's the Willie T, kind of far off in the distance there. The black boat with the red stripe. That's we'll probably be drinking a couple beers there this afternoon. Be the plan. Let's drink beer. Beer? Yeah. We'll drink. What? Beer drinking to be had, I'm saying. Possibly. Really quite a beautiful day for sailing. Here, this is Peter Island ahead of us. We're leaving Norman Island back there. Just running with full main and probably almost all the main rather in the full Genoa. Which could probably be trimmed a bit. Get on that in a second. Down there's St. John. Up here's Tortola. Peter Island in front of us. And behind us is Norman Island. What you thinking there, Wen?
Sail.
Yeah. We're sailing today.
No, I want to sail.
But do you really want to sail though?
But I really want to sail.
Okay.
No, I really want to sail. Move over.
some more halyard tension, but the sails are still breaking in. So every time we add a little bit of luff tension, next time we sail it loosens up again. So eventually that'll stop happening. They are brand new laminated Dyneema sails, like seriously right out of the bag from Elfstrom. So here's Virgin Gorda in there, Drake's anchorage. We're too deep to make it through the cut there, but power boats can do it. Some of the shoal draft boats, if they know what they're doing. I believe Richard Branson is developing this island. I could be wrong. Way up there is Necker Island. That's Richard Branson's personal island. Got his own wind farm going. Getting ready to come into North Gorda Sound. It's relatively narrow channel in, big enough for the big cruise ships to make it. Not the big ones, the medium-sized cruise ships can go through here, but they take up the whole channel. Right here. 12. So we're back at the Bitter End Yacht Club, checking things out. There's a lot of new construction going on. They've got some new bungalows being built. They've got 2 new bungalows down there at the end being built, and it's just it's coming along a little bit at a time, and I think that's the right way to do it. It's just a really fun place to be, and we recommend it highly. We're anchored out off of the Sabre Rock Resort, way over there. I don't know if you can really see from here. There's Talisman way out there on the far side of the anchorage. Just a beautiful location.
This one looks nice. Let's take this one.
So it does look nice. It's a little far away.
Look, that was going to come back.